All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the future Mohawk students. We're here at Mohawk for our Super Saturday. I'm your commentator, Nick Enriquez, and today we have basketball as well as volleyball later on. We're going to be playing against Humber College this evening. So, first off, how are both these teams doing? Uh, Mohawk is currently 1-2 in the East Conference. Won a close game against Redeemer Royals, 84 to 81 last week. And Humber are currently 2-0 in the East, winning a close game against the Sheridan Bruins earlier this week. Now they're announcing the starting lineups for the Humber College. We currently have Felicia Velasquez, Ivana Tuasmi, Joanna Giles, Amber Bouchard, and Mia Campbell Johnson. They're looking to come out and extend their win streak because they're currently 2-0. As for the Mohawk, we have Sam Pockernick, Grace Mahler, Beth Milne, Haley Davis, and Lauren Snyder. And they're looking to build off the momentum that they got from that close win the other day. And looks like we're about to go to tip-off. The refs are moving out to center court. But I'm very excited for this game, hoping we're going to have a nice close one. They're getting ready. Looks like they had a good time out there warming up. Good shots there. All right. Humber takes it off the tip-off. They're trying to get it across court. Pass up the court, and we're already at a foul with Ivani Tuamasi heading to the line for 2. That's not the play you really want right off the start, but it's still pretty good. You got those two shots, and we already made the first one, so that puts Humber up 1-0 for now. And we saw number 2. Yep, and they got the offensive rebound. Ooh. You know what? I just got to say, that was just a good play. Great job by Humber there. Mohawk pushing it up the court. And they get it out. Oh, Humber with a steal. Humber's coming out for blood right now. They're really just playing hard. Out hustling Mohawk right now. That should put them up to 5-0. Oh. Wow. I mean, Mohawk's just really struggling to keep control of the ball right now. Sam Pockernick with it. Driving. She passes it. And another steal. Mohawk's just playing carelessly. And another basket. Humber just jumping out to an early lead. Yeah. Really just sloppy play on one end and hustle on the other. Humber's playing great defense, not allowing Mohawk to get any of their shots off. And that's a 3. And it appears as if a timeout. Delay of game warning currently. Getting a little chippy here, but Mohawk getting back on defense. Humber bringing it up the court. And a steal by Mohawk. Sam Pockernick driving to the basket. And she's just off. All right. Humber puts it in bounds. Long distance pass, gets it up the court. Sam Pockernick with the steal, and she's putting it up. And that puts Mohawk at 5 points now. Just solid game so far. Another 3, and it's off. But the offensive rebound means another possession for Humber. Out of bounds. Humber's going to retain possession. We're going to inbound it now. They're driving into the paint, and another great basket by Humber. You know, they're playing well. They're clicking on all cylinders, really. Mohawk brings it back up. Hopefully they're not going to get too in their heads because they are at a bit of an early deficit, but into Sam Pockernick, who gets the basket. And, you know, Sam Pockernick had 38 points the last game against Redeemer, so she's looking out for another repeat performance of that. Good post moves there, and just short. Up, Sam Pockernick on the break, just off. Humber bringing it up, they're on the fast break. And once again, Humber putting it right in the net. Mohawk's looking to keep it nice and close. They're going up, they're pulling it. Sam Pockernick from the corner, and an air ball, but still pretty close. Better than I could shoot it, at least. And Humber on offense, coming back with a three of their own, hits the rim, bounces off. They're pushing the break. They're just all shooting threes right now. And Mohawk with the offensive rebound, another shot. Just off. Ball's a little tangled up, and they're out of bounds. Haley Davis looked to have took a bit of a tumble there, but she seems to be fine. Humber appears to be subbing in a few players. Mohawk retained possession on that and driving to the net. Pass out. They're passing the ball around, getting some good ball movement, but it's stolen on a pass to the interior. Humber, once again, playing fast-paced, looking for the open man. And another long-distance shot, just off, though. Mohawk getting the rebound. And just short on that shot. Humber getting the ball as it went out of bounds there. Mohawk's really looking to push the tempo and get back into this game. They're only down 4, but, you know, it's still a deficit nonetheless. Brittany English inbounding the ball for Humber here. Slowing down the offense a little bit, a good pass there. Yep, they're just playing their game. You know, passing a lot, looking for the open man, and another three-pointer. It does not fall though. We're really just honestly, we're looking for, oh, another sloppy play by Mohawk, and another steal by Humber. Mohawk is just struggling to take care of the ball. However, Humber is just struggling to put it in the net at the moment with all these extra opportunities they're being given. And Sam Pockernick puts it in for another 2 points, which puts it just to 9-11. Humber bringing it up the court again. Trapped in the corner, and a foul. 23 picking up the foul. Rachel Guanzon picking up her first foul of the game. Humber pulling a substitution here with Ivana Tuamasi coming back into the game. She's inbounding the ball now. Just to the top of the pass to the top of the key. Into the paint with number 4. Back to Tuamasi. She's gonna have to pull up. Almost makes it, but it just rattles off the rim. Oh, and just off the foot. Looks like it's about to go out of bounds, but Mohawk will retain possession. Felicia Velasquez subbing back into the game. Mohawk's about to inbound the ball. Passing it around. Deep in the paint. Back to the open man. An extra pass. Gets it with a pump fake. But sloppy dribbling. Almost a turnover. Another foul. This time on Humber. Mohawk looking for another basket so they can either even the game or take the lead. Shot clock ticking down, and they just pass it out of bounds. Unfortunate, but still a close game nonetheless. Both teams with a bit of a dry spell right now, not necessarily getting it in the basket. Cross half court. She's doubled and out of bounds. Mohawk getting possession. Excellent trap by them. Across half court, playing some off. Oh, looking for the open man. And a turnover. Turnover by Mohawk again. Illegal screen, it appears, is the call. Humber inbounding. Felicia Velasquez bringing it up to the cross half court, and okay, Kia Watt with the shot, and it's just off. Contested rebound. Kia Watt again with a nice spin move to put it into the basket. You know, I think it's been pretty good execution by both teams, but some costly mistakes for both of them so far. Mohawk looking for that clutch basket, but it out of bounds again. Another turnover. Into Felicia Velasquez, who's bringing it across the court. Passes it up the court. We're probably looking for a quick play here. Ooh, a nice drive and dish for a basket there. Playing full court D. You know, they're trying to keep it tight. Both teams are really contesting this game. Humber's playing some pretty solid defense. And yet another costly turnover, leading to the open layup for Felicia Velasquez. They're bringing up the court once again. Hopefully, for Mohawk's sake, they can get another good shot, you know, as they're now down by 8 points. A deep Humber coming up with the rebound off of that miss. Felicia Velasquez with the pass, but it makes it across. Not her target, but it still does not equal a turnover. A good pass, Kia Walt with a shot again, and she makes it. Timeout. Timeout now. You know, early in this game, it's looking like Mohawk is struggling a bit with passing the ball. I mean, they're down 11 with about a minute left in the first quarter. Humber's playing well, but for the first bit of the first quarter, they were having a little bit of trouble with the shot, getting it in the basket there. But all in all, they're still playing well. Certainly an earned lead. Their defense has had a lot of hustle. They've really been just playing overall better basketball than Mohawk currently. But you know, Mohawk is a scrappy team. They look like they're playing pretty. They're just playing not like themselves, like they usually do. But hopefully they can come out, make some baskets, get some points, and make what they need to make. But right now it's a little weak. And we're coming back into the game here. Mohawk looking a little distraught after this early deficit. You know, hopefully, for their sake, they're not taking too much of this to heart, and they'll be able to mount a comeback. But right now, Humber's playing very controlled, very well. You know, no big offensive mistakes right now. Mia Campbell-Johnson is coming in. Sam Pockernick is also back in for Mohawk. Humber's bench really engaged in chanting defense. Sam Pockernick with the ball, looking for the open man. The ball poked loose again. Almost another steal, but they over-gambled and didn't quite get it. Sam with the pull-up, just short. Pushing it up off. Oh, another pass. Jumped for the block, but didn't quite get it, and deficit's up to 13 points for Mohawk. Seems as if they're going to have a big group substitution coming in. They got a bunch of players coming out of the table. Another steal by Humber. Mohawk really has to clean up their play if they're hoping to come back. Out of bounds. Humber getting the ball. Looks as if they're going back to their starting lineup for Mohawk, trying to maybe close out this quarter strong, but might be a little too late for this quarter, but it's only the first. Sizing up her man, passes it. Felicia Velasquez with another pass, and it goes out of bounds. They're heading back onto defense. Getting a little chippy. Come on. Coming across half court. Another steal. Humber's just hustling so hard on defense and really contesting these passing lanes. But they passed it out of bounds there. Pushing the break a little bit too fast. They're sticking with a full court defensive scheme, which seems to be throwing Mohawk off their game.
Good now. Turn it twice. Get two.
Sloppy dribbling there, but it didn't result in a turnover, which with how Humber's been hustling, it's a little surprising. A foul on Amber Bouchard there. Here's as if it's just going to be a side out of bounds for Mohawk, though. You know, 9 points, 16 seconds left. Hopefully they can make a shot and even it up a bit. And finally, it was really starting to seem like there was a lid on the basket for them there. Humber pushing it, trying to get one last shot off, and they do, and they make it. A great first quarter for Humber, 24-11. They're playing well, really pushing the tempo. It's just a rough first quarter for Mohawk, honestly. They're really hoping to come out here and play well, especially after that close win against Redeemer. I really felt like they would keep a bit of the momentum going, but it looks as if they're a little bit dry. They're a little bit dry heading into this second quarter. Haven't really hit too much, but right off the tip-off, you know, Humber got it, and that was just a good sign right from the start. Here's a replay of Sam going, and just a good drive. But Humber's just playing just as good as, you know, Mohawk has been able to play, and even better. You know, falling out of bounds, but they managed to retain the possession there by Mohawk. Sam with another basket. That's just a great spin move right there. Just excellent use of the spin to get open under the basket. And a lot of Humber's plays so far have just been them finding the open man, getting open, putting the moves on Mohawk. You know, they're really just out here shooting the basketball, playing well, playing with confidence, and hustling on defense. And that's what got them out to this early 13-point lead. Now, if I think Mohawks can get into this game, what they're really going to need to do is they're really going to need to clean up those turnovers. They're going to need to keep pushing. Their offense seems just not as if it's clicking. They're not playing how they were when they won against Redeemer. They're not clicking. They're not passing the ball well enough. A lot of their passes so far have been through contested passing lanes, and it's just not working out how you want it to. Humber's already out on the court, ready for it. They're ready. I mean, whether that's a sign of overconfidence that they're not talking it out for the extra little 30 seconds that they get, or, you know, they're just ready. Whereas Mohawk still seems to be debating it over a bit. Hopefully Mohawk will be able to mount a bit of a comeback, at least make this game interesting. But as it looks right now, we're heading for a bit of a blowout. But blowouts can be fun too, as a fan of the sport. At half court, Humber about to inbound it. Cassandra Cushney inbounding it for Humber. So here's something's happening on court. That's why the ref can't. Some kind of miscommunication between the refs. A little bit of confusion. Okay, we're inbounding the ball now. Felicia Velasquez is bringing it up across the court. Once they're getting right back to looking for the open man. Good passing. A nice post turnaround, but it did not result in the basket. Mohawk pushing it up the court. Grace Mahler with the ball. Gets it into the corner. They're playing the defense how it should be. Almost another turnover. Deep three. Almost made it, but it was just off the backboard. Out of bounds. Mohawk's going to retain possession, it appears. There, get it in bounds. Sam Pockernick with the ball. Driving, dishing. Travel call, which just yet again, another turnover for Mohawk. I think they're getting into their heads a bit right now. They should probably just try to calm down, play the game they want to play it. But this early deficit seems to maybe be getting to them a little bit. They're making a lot of mistakes. Driving, double team comes, stopping the drive. Another shot, just off, a little bit too strong. The offensive rebound with a nice hook shot, but it doesn't quite go in. Sam Pockernick on the fast break. She misses, and Mia Campbell-Johnson came up with the rebound. They're pushing it back across the timeline. Felicia Velasquez with it again. Screen. Grace Mahler picking up the foul on that one. Felicia Velasquez going to inbound the ball. Gets it to Haley Davis, dribbles it in, passes it out, another drive, another shot, another basket. You know, this is just a tale of two teams so far. Mohawk playing what seems to be a little bit scared, whereas Humber is clicking on all cylinders, really looking to make it. Yet another turnover, and these turnovers are really costing them. They're down 15, so far haven't made a basket. Almost 2 minutes into the second quarter. It's rough. It's just very rough for Mohawk right now. There's nothing more you can really say. I mean, even if they're having some good shots, it's just not falling. Shot in the corner. Doesn't quite make it, but an offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound, and they get tangled up under the net. Appears as if the foul on Humber there, so Mohawk gets the ball. Substitution coming in for Humber here. Tisha Wareheim coming in, as well as Ivana Tuasi coming back in. Mohawk passing it up the court. Gets it to Sam Pockernick, who's now running on the fast break. She stops. Humber's defense is now set. Looking for a motion offense. And just another costly three, but they get the ball back. Sam Pockernick in the corner, three just off. A little bit more power and it probably would have went in. Offensive rebound though, and they get their first points of the second quarter. Humber calling a timeout here. You know, what more can I say about the deficit really? Humber up 13. Little bit into the third quarter, or second quarter, excuse me on that. Mohawks looking rather upset, but they're really trying their best. Seems as if they got a little bit of that hustle back. They're playing well. Humber looking calm, collected, ready to win. I mean, their coach seems a bit angry. That last little sequence before he called a timeout was not their finest. Mohawk planning it in. They're just planning it up. Really, it's honestly just a good game. We're going to replays. Sam with a shot there. Went in, pretty good. But once again, just as we're saying, Mohawk looking a little dejected. That's the sequence that led to the pushing foul on Humber that cost them that offensive rebound. Coming back in from this timeout. Seems like Mohawk might be a little bit more energized. Humber pushing it up the court. Get it. The pass seems as if Mohawk got it a hand on it, so Humber's going to retain possession. Passes it into Kia Watt. Taking her match off the dribble. Passes it. Shot clock getting low. Turnover. Mohawk on the break. Seems as if Mohawk's just been a little bit more energized, playing a little bit better. Still down 11 points, but they're at least giving it their best. But Humber looking to push it. Nice. Once again, a great pass. Humber's been really, really going for that pass under the basket where they drive and give it to a person whose defender has cheated off of them onto the driving player. Grace Mahler pushing it across. Gets it. Quick pass to Sam Pockernick, who's looking to get another shot up, but not a great play there. Seems as if the communication was a little bit off on that one. And another foul. It seems to be on Sam Pockernick, but yep, Sam Pockernick picking up a foul. Appeared as if it was a shooting foul at first, but it seems as if they've ruled it a blocking foul. Brittany English should be, no. Never mind. Oh, it's free throws right now. She made the first. If she can make the second, that would put Humber up, back up 15. Now Brittany English is subbing in with Janae Giles coming out. Well, deep inbound pass. Sam Pockernick with the ball again. She seems to be stopped up by her defender, though. Mohawks really, really trying their hardest to get back in this game. They had a little bit of a run there, but it seems as if Humber just figured it out. Grace Mahler putting up a runner and makes it, cutting the lead to just 13, but pushing it up the court. Lost her dribble a bit, but retained it. Another pass, nice jab step, but a travel. Humber's coach seems to be getting a little bit angry, but I mean, when you make a careless mistake like that, sometimes, you know, you gotta be angry at your players. And a deep pass, and just off, but the offensive rebound, and also just off. Mohawk struggling, but the steal off that defensive rebound, and it's out of bounds. I'm assuming that's going to be white ball. Mohawk retaining possession. 17-30 is the score line right now. It's definitely a rough game. Quick shot right off the inbound, but gets pulled in by Mia Campbell-Johnson. Grace Mahler got her hand on the ball, but then she got crossed up, pass off to the open shooter, and it's just off, but Humber retains possession. Pass back, get the extra pass for an open shot, but it's off. Stepped out of bounds when grabbing the offensive rebound there. Mohawk gets possession here. Felicia Velasquez checking back in. Humber looking to maybe get a steal here, extend the lead. But overall, Humber's defense has been solid this entire game and has been just keeping Mohawk off their rhythm. Another intercepted pass, but this one didn't lead to a turnover. Well, in the end, it did lead to a turnover, but at least it wasn't the pass getting intercepted. Humber looking to get it across half court. Into Mia Campbell-Johnson. Another just really great passing by Humber some more, and another basket. Puts it back up to a 15-point lead. Good behind the back move to get across her defender. Another good screen, but once again, they just throwing it to Humber. But the shot just short on the fast break. Mohawk back on offense. Looking to hopefully cut into this deficit. They still haven't cleaned up their passing, but they're looking a little bit more on the same page. Humber's just playing as a better team, though, with yet again another turnover for Mohawk. This one leading to a make, putting them up 17. So far, 6 minutes into the quarter, Mohawk has only scored 6 points and has missed the majority of their shots. A shot going up, doesn't even hit the rim. Almost turns the ball over, but they keep possession. Good pass up the court, three-pointer. Little too strong, but they retain possession. Shot goes up, puts it up to a 19-point lead. Humber is just playing with their heart, putting their foot on the gas pedal, really. Shooting foul with Rachel Guanzin heading to the line for 2 free throws. Hopefully they can cut into the deficit a bit here. Humber with some both teams with some substitutions, actually. Looking as if they're just gonna get ready, get set up. Just getting ready for 3 throws. She makes the first one, and Mohawk's really hoping that she can make both, as they are in quite the deficit. But you can really only hope that she can make both, and she does. Bit overshot on the pass, but defense was playing close on the fast break there. We're just under 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Barring a huge run by Mohawk, looks like they'll probably be down by quite a bit going into the half, and I wonder what adjustments their coach will make. Mohawk looking to get it in. Deep. Gets it to the open man. Almost passes it out of bounds. Just off on that shot, but they drained most of the shot clock, so they probably weren't able to get that great of a look. Humber pushing it up again, finds the open shooter, and just nothing but net. Humber really operating on all cylinders. doing their just darndest to win this game. Screen, pass, another pass. Just off. Tried to use the glass, but couldn't quite get the direction that they wanted. Looking for the pass out. Intercepted pass. Humber's going to retain possession. Teresa De Silva coming in for Brittany English. Mohawk calling a timeout. Probably just want to talk over how some of their offense seems to not be quite hitting the mark. But on the bright side, I think Mohawk is keeping their cool. They're not quite out of it yet. I mean, they're pretty far out from winning, but hopefully they can at least make it competitive. They're doing their best. Humber just playing better, though. Really, honestly, and truthfully, all I can say about this game so far has been that it's one-sided, and we're seeing a really good performance from Humber, but Mohawk looks like they're trying. Maybe they're in their heads. Maybe they just didn't get a good warm-up in. When I was watching the warm-ups, though, it seemed like Mohawk was making a lot of their shots. Maybe it's just the pressure from Humber's defense. But who knows these days? It could be either or. Just under 2 minutes left in the first half here. Humber talking it over as they're getting onto the court. Felicia Velasquez looks like she's going to inbound the ball. Humber's run some really good offensive sets. They really seem to be relying a lot on getting it into the paint and then dishing it to an open man. Or open woman, actually. Let's be real here. Humber showing some serious girl power, coming up to 40 points with a minute and a half left in the first half. Their team seems to be firing on all cylinders while Mohawk stalls out. 3-pointers just short. Humber pushing it up. Same thing they've done every time. A good drive to the basket, but it just bounces off the rim. Currently, they're up 21 points. Felicia Velasquez went out of bounds there trying to intercept the pass. Mohawk with a 3, but it is just short. Mohawk manages to retain possession. Gets it to Rachel Gwanzin. Seems as if she's calling for some kind of play. Just out, but they retain it. Gets it to the open shooter, but it's just short. I feel like Mohawk is constantly just not having enough power on their shots. Sloppy pass, or well, sloppy catch more realistically. Mohawk gets the ball, but I mean, Humber can't catch it on one hand. Mohawk can't catch it on the other end. It's just not great hands on those passes, I guess. But I mean, Humber can afford mistakes like that, whereas Mohawk's struggling to get back in it. You really, really hate to see a game like this for Mohawk. You know, they win their first game of the season last week, beating Redeemer after almost losing it. But now they're coming in. Humber with another shot. Seems to be an and one. And they're heading to the line, I believe. Or, nope. Perhaps it was an offensive foul, I assume. Either way, Mohawk with the ball. Shoots a shot, it was short. Goes out of bounds. But Mohawk turns it over. Long pass, almost gets it. Mohawk gets to hold it. They're going into halftime, down 21. We're gonna go into some replays here. Sam Pockernick, the leading scorer for Mohawk. If I'm getting my facts right, she is the highest scoring women's basketball player for Mohawk all time. She scored 38 points against Redeemer last week, and she was definitely trying to keep that momentum coming into this game, but she's just struggled. Well, the entirety of Mohawk has struggled. Shots constantly being just short, but overall, they're doing good. They're doing well enough to, well, they're not doing good. They're down by 21. Humber's the team that's doing good. All right, we're gonna come into halftime here. So we're gonna leave you for a little bit. Stay tuned for when we come back from halftime. Yeah, for more exciting basketball. You can see maybe Humber will throw the lead away. Maybe Mohawk will claw themselves back into it. But either way, we're coming into halftime here. We're back here coming out of halftime. For Mohawk, the leading scorer is Sam Pockernick with 8 points. And, she's one of the only Mohawk players that's really able to put it in the basket. But for Humber, Mia Campbell-Johnson has put up 12 points so far for the first half. Mohawk inbounding the ball. Lauren Snyder getting it in to Grace Mahler. Mohawk really looking to have a productive second half after a lackluster first one. But get it inside. And it's right back to the same mistakes they're making in the first half. So I believe that was either some kind of foul or she might have stepped out of bounds. Coaching staff of Humber seems to be a little bit angry about that mistake. Considering they're up 21 points right now, they're riding their players a little bit hard. But being tough wins games. Grace Mahler passes it there. Another shot, another miss. Offensive rebound, gets it in. Felicia Velasquez bringing it up the court, passes it. Just short. Ball rolls off the rim. Pass up the court. Grace Mahler with it. Gets it into the shooter, and it's short. Velasquez coming up with the rebound there. Gets it to Tuamasi, who gets it over to another. And we're back with Mohawk having the ball. Sam tries to pass it to Grace, but it's not completed, and they get a little bit tangled up there. Out of bounds. Mohawk appears to be retaining possession. Lauren Snyder gets it into Grace Mahler again. Pockernick under the net, passes it out. Shot is up, and it's off. Mohawk seems to be keeping with the same struggles that got them in this deficit in the first place, and if it keeps like this, you really have to wonder if they're going to end up being blown out by 30 or more points, which is something, just as a fan of the sport, you hate to see. Pockernick gets the ball, passes it to Mahler. Mahler puts up the shot, and it is off. Velasquez pushing it up. Gets it up, and corner three does not go. They push it up, pushing it on the fast break. Pockernick puts it up, misses. Mohawk gets the offensive rebound, another one. They're just playing looking for fouls, and it takes that long. And it appears as if Grace Mahler is going to head to the line for 2 free throws. Hopefully, this will be the start of something good. I mean, Humber hasn't scored yet. Mahler makes her first. And she's going up for her second. And she makes both. cutting the deficit to 17 points. Still not a great position to be in. Cross-court pass, passes it in. They're just really moving the ball a lot, getting these good, clean passes off. Pass to the corner, puts it up, just short. Rolls off the rim. And another foul. Humber seems as if maybe they ran out of energy a little bit, but nice. Still, nice lead for them. They got a nice cushion. Sam going for her next points here. Lines up the shot. Makes her first. Coming in to this game, you know, she had that great game against Redeemer. She hasn't quite replicated that performance, but that's another 2 points from the line for her there. Humber looking to maybe get back to that high-paced, great offense that was carrying them through the first half. Great spin, get it to the open man, and it's a foul under the net. And Snyder picked up the foul there, it appears. Tuamasi at the line. She makes the first. Lining up for her second. Some substitutions getting into position first, though. And she makes both. Still a 17-point game. Mohawks really trying their hardest to claw their way back into this, but Humber's trying to shut that door, and Mahler steps out of bounds. Mistakes like that aren't going to get them back in it, but for their sake, they really hope that, you know, one of those mistakes like that won't end up being a dagger in the back that just doesn't let them get back in. Pull up. Swish. Nothing but net. Humber putting themselves back up by 20. Out to the open shooter. Can't get the three of their own. Velasquez pushing it up. She gets fouled. Mohawk getting some subs in here. So far, nothing to be impressed about with how Mohawk has played a lot of these possessions, but they're still trying. Still trying to get back in this. They're not doing their worst. Looking for the open shooter. Great drive. Gets double teamed on the drive and still finds the open shooter, open person in the net. Brittany English with the points there. They're pushing it up. Pockernick with the ball. Pockernick gets open, but the defense closes out on her. Shot clock running down. Mahler puts the shot up. It almost goes, but can't quite get the bounce off the glass that she wanted. Looked as if they were going for an alley-oop there, but couldn't quite get up. Three and another swish. Mohawks really, really getting far down. Now down by 25. Tuamasi with the 3 points there. Mohawks looking to get back into it, but they can't, and they turn over the ball. Couldn't quite find the pass. Gets it out to Amasi. Tripped there. But the basket goes. Humber's coach over talking to the ref. Looks like it's Mia Campbell-Johnson heading to the line for Humber, looking to extend their lead, but Mohawk calls a timeout. Looking to maybe talk over some of their defensive effort, some of their offensive effort. It's a little bit of everything. I think Mohawk has played below their standard in most things so far this game. I mean, Humber's just extending their lead now. Up 27 points. It's looking like it might just very soon become an insurmountable lead. We're gonna go to some replays. Great steal there, but and it led to 2 points, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, it did. Another great shot by Mohawk, but still it can only cut into their deficit so much. And when Humber's coming back with shots like that, you know, you can't just, you know, maybe make a shot every couple of possessions. Unfortunately for Mohawk they're just not playing their game. They're really looking to mount a big comeback, but the more and more this game goes on, the more and more worrying it is for their team. There's only so much you can do to come back from a deficit this big. Humber is just looking like what is the word I'm looking for? An unrelenting force? Whatever. That's the best wording I have. It's like when an unstoppable object meets a very movable wall. No, I'm really bad at this apparently. Wordplay's not my strongest suit. That's why I'm sticking to play-by-play. That is the free throw, which made that and one. Good play. 3 points. Putting the lead up to 28 now. Humber had a substitute out. Mia Campbell-Johnson after her made free throw there. Mohawk pushing it up the court. Loses her dribble. Out of bounds. Humber getting possession. Mohawk with yet another costly turnover, and we're halfway through the third quarter, and it's just not looking good for Mohawk. Humber's playing very well so far. Looking for the pass. Takes, another three. Another made three by Tumasi. It's, honestly, she's just raining them down from outside. Pockernick cuts the basket, but can't quite get it to go. She's looked just a little bit off for most of today. They get it out to the three-pointer. Nope. Drive. Pass it out. Tuamasi with another three. That's her first miss of the half, if I'm remembering correctly. Mohawk pushing the tempo a bit, got up the court, but once again, Humber's defense just freezes them out, and Pockernick is heading to the line on a shooting foul. They're talking it over a bit. Seems as if they might want some substitutions in there for Humber. Janae Giles coming in for Tuamasi. Pockernick puts the shot up, makes her first. So far, not the best quarter for Mohawk. Puts it up. Misses the second. Humber gets it up. Another pass, another shot, another make. I mean, there's nothing more you can say about this Humber offense. They're moving the ball with purpose. They're getting it. Hard spill there, but Mohawk getting back on defense. Causing a foul there. Ashley Coverdale picking up the foul. Didi Moatong coming in for Pockernick. Maybe with some substitutions, Mohawk could inject some life into their game, but so far, they've looked pretty much all lifeless. Kiewalt makes her first free throw. Makes them both. And to be completely honest, for as much as I'm saying about how bad Mohawk is doing, hey, they're still better than anything I can do. So looking for the open pass, and looks like a holding foul. Mohawk's going to keep possession here. Oh, Humber almost gets another steal, but it goes out of bounds. Okay, good interior pass and a foul. No, travel? Travel, yeah. It was a travel, never mind. There's a thumbs down gesture there, and it seems as if Humber is maybe trying to get into Mohawk's head, but I think they already have a bit of free real estate there. Getting tangled up. Good drive, and it's in. Humber is just up. What's that? I mean, I'm not good at math, so I'm trying to do the math of how much they're up by right now. I mean, 26 to 62. This is just honestly a slaughter. Humber's just the better team today. Out of bounds. A few subs coming in. Haley Davis coming in for Mohawk. Humber retaining possession. Puts up a quick shot, makes it. Just absolute, just not another turnover by Mohawk. I can't put into words how like poorly this is going for Mohawk. They're down 40 points. I mean, at this point, I genuinely don't see how you can come back to from this. And another missed shot. Humber's heading right back up the court. Looking, and yet another made basket by Humber. I mean, you really gotta just praise Humber for this. I mean, they're playing their game. They're playing offense extremely fluidly and well. They're consistently finding open shooters, getting good drives off. Mohawk retains the ball, retains the ball as it goes out of bounds there. Mahler subbing in. They're really just hoping that they can find some kind of spark to maybe at least even make it a close game. But right now, that's looking like it's just not in the cards for Mohawk. Humber can't get the stop on that one, but they still have a 40-point lead. And they may not have gotten the stop, but Humber comes back with a basket of their own right away. Mahler pushing it up the court, dribbling it around. Honestly, this looks like those NBA preseason games where you have like the Houston Rockets versus like Chinese teams and stuff. It's not very pretty. Another foul for Mohawk. I mean, they're down 42. It's just not a pretty sight. We have Janae Giles at the line. Just great game from Humber so far. Making it look like they should be in two different leagues. Makes her first. Calming herself down, getting herself ready for her second shot. Puts it up. makes her second shot. It's just not going Mohawk's way. I mean, if I'm remembering correctly, I don't believe Humber has missed a single shot at the free throw line even. 3 doesn't go for Mohawk, and Humber's pushing it up. Another pass and another basket. It's just Humber gets a delay of game call here, though. Overall, even with small mistakes like that, Humber's still just absolutely taking it to Mohawk. Looks like they got a little tripped up there. Heading to for a 2-shot penalty for Mohawk. It's just, I mean, even with this, they're heading to the line. This will only be able to cut it down to a 44-point lead if she makes both. Which, not a position you ever want to be in. Just puts it up, makes both, which 44. Still a big lead. I mean, they would have to score more than they've scored this entire game in the fourth quarter to come back from this. Which, oh, and that would also imply that Humber just wouldn't score at all, but it's not pretty. And that's the third quarter. Humber up big, 42-point lead. Looking like this is done as dinner. You know, I'm really interested to see what Mohawk, what their coaching staff will do. Are they just going to bring in their bench, let their bench get some minutes, hopefully see if they can string something together? You know, maybe try out some new lineups that they haven't really ran so far in the season, experiment a little bit. I mean, I have so little to say about this be as unbiased and fair of commentary as possible, but Mohawk's making it hard. Humber's about to inbound the ball here. Get it in. Humber still sticking to their same offensive scheme of passing, a lot of motion. Shot clock getting low, they get it in. A turner. That's just a nice fadeaway jumper, and then Mohawk turns the ball over again. Jeez, out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be Mohawk's possession, if I would guess. Mohawk looking to get the ball in there. Get it into Sam Pockernick. They're pushing it up. Mohawk, despite the big deficit, seems to be sticking with their starters. I mean, it's a nice screen there. loses the ball again. Velasquez pushing up the court. The pass back, just a bit off on the runner there. Probably could have went for a bit more of a solid shot, but when you're this much of a lead, you don't need to be careful. I mean, I think this game's just pretty much done. Another good rebound. Humber pushing it up the court again. Same thing as always. They're passing it around, just getting it all over. Another shot. Honestly, I thought that one was good. It looked like it had a good release, but can't find the bottom of the net. A three-pointer, and it just rolls off the rim. Humber pushing it up the court. Yet again. That one was actually a very shocking miss. Mohawk coming up with the turn, or with the ball there. See, some substitutions happening. Whew, this is just. They're trying their best. That's like not what matters, but at least they can say that they're trying their best. Snyder gets her pass almost picked off, but Pockernick recovers it and puts it in the net. Humber pushing it up. Good handoff there, but the dribble move. Mahler with a steal, out for a fast break. Nice stop to get the defender out from behind her. Great layup there. Cuts the lead down to 40 points. Humber on offense again. Pull up Jay. Just off target. Mohawk almost gets the rebound. And Farah Alfar picking up the foul on there. Mohawk gets it in. Beth Minley taking it up the court. Good screen, good pass. The shot goes up. Almost in, but just not quite. Humber's just playing good basketball. You know, I feel like if they play like this every single game, they could just take down just about anyone in this league. Lauren Snyder picking up the foul there. Humber gets the side out of bounds. Kristen Hancock coming in for Mohawk. Humber looking to get it to the open shooter, passing it around, trying to get an open look. A little bit of a contested shot there, but still almost went, and they're still up 40, so. Picked off pass again, another turnover. Just overall a rough game on passing, but another basket, back to a 42-point lead. Just an absolute destruction of Mohawk by Humber. A great screen leading to an open look, but it just doesn't quite. Mohawk getting possession off of that, out of bounds. Mahler to inbound the ball. Gets it into Pockernick. Dribbles it out past to almost half court. Takes the drive in. Gets a foul. She's heading to the line for 2 shots. Tisha Wareham picking up the foul. Tumasi and Cassandra Cushney coming in for Humber. Humber may be looking to keep the gas on. They're sticking with some of their highest scoring players in the game. And Pockernick makes her first. And will she make her second? Yes, she does. They get it. Humber pulling it in, getting across the half-court line. Get it out. Cushiony with the ball. Gets it into the corner. Drive, pass, goes up. Appears to be a foul. Humber's been playing well so far this quarter, but it hasn't been quite as decisive and well shot. Good shooting. Mohawk inbounding the ball here. They get it into Guanzin. Taking it across half court, get it in, and it's out of bounds. Another turnover from Mohawk. I mean, if I had to pick one word to describe Mohawk's play so far this game, it would be sloppy. Humber carrying it across half court. I'm not sure if they'll get continuation on that. It doesn't seem like it. And Humber getting it inbounds. Another, travel. Lost control of the ball and kind of tripped herself up a bit there. Mohawk gets it in, and it's pretty much immediately right back out of bounds. Do some good hustle from Tumasi. They get it in. Screen didn't lead to much there. Looks as if it's a shooting foul. Hopefully Mohawk can cut a little bit into that lead with this, but still, they're down 40 right now. She makes her first. And up with the second, and it's off. Ooh, looks like a bit of a hand in the face there. Didn't seem like it affected her too much, though. Maybe her nose hurts a bit. Who knows? Mohawk down 39 points right now. Humber gets the ball in. Shots up. Bounces out of the rim. A little bit of unluckiness on that. Guanzin taking it up the court. Puts it behind her back, trying to get past her defender. Hands it off. They're running actually a pretty decent offensive set. I mean, they're trying to get somebody open, but Humber's defense is just playing at a level above, and an air ball there. Humber gets the ball off of that. Humber seems confident from, everything I've overheard from them walking by and their coach talking. And to be honest, with a game like this, they really deserve it. Almost turn it over, but recover it. And another make. Leads at 41 points now. Man, this is just, ooh. Running around, pulls up, another air ball. Just can't quite get the power behind those shots that they need. I mean, both teams had just back-to-back air balls there. Taking it across half court. Get it out there. Driving in, drops it off, puts a shot up off the front of the rim. They get it across half court. Takes off 1 foot and makes the jumper. 43 points of a lead for Humber. They're looking to hopefully cut into this lead a bit. 3 minutes left. I mean, this is definitely an insurmountable lead. A huge blowout. But Mohawk makes the basket there. Deep pass there. The drive, the pass to the corner, and goes up with it, but just doesn't quite make it. Tangled up. And Mohawk gets the ball on that foul. Mohawk seems, at least in my opinion, to be playing a bit better this quarter, but too little too late. I mean, and it's out of bounds. Mohawk retains possession. Mohawk's just really hoping for some good offensive sets to come through. They need some stops on D. Well, they just need just about everything to go right, actually. Good screen. The double team. And another foul on Humber. They're going to the line. Kristen Hancock going to shoot these free throws. She goes up with her first, and it's off. Lining up her second, getting ready. And an air ball. You know, sometimes it really just happens to be that way. You can't game plan for not making shots. Big bench celebration from Humber on that three-pointer. They're up 44 now. Mohawk, once again, looking to maybe put some points on the board. And a block. Not their best game by any sense of the word at all, really. Out of bounds, Mohawk's gonna get it. Humber lost control of it. They get it in, taking it across half court. Guan's in with the ball now. And just bad hands on that pass, but you know, that guy just didn't seem to want to give the ball back to the ref there. Kind of a rude move in my opinion, but maybe he should get a delay of game warning. Humber on offense here. Dribbling some circles around Mohawk. I mean, just, it's honestly kind of depressing to watch. Mohawk bringing it up. Guan's in with the ball. She's driving in. They got it back to Guanzin. Deep post position. Fumbled pass. And it's tangled up. Mohawk almost retains possession, but Humber comes up with it in the end. Another layup, and it's just short. Seems as if there's going to be a foul here. Humber heading to the line. Kia Watt looking to make 2 more points to her total. Gets her first of her 2 free throws in. Let's see if she can get the second. And off on her second, but they get the offensive rebound. But another fumbled pass leads to the out of bounds. 30 seconds left in this game. It's just not looking like anything good happened for Mohawk this game. They're pushing it up the court. More passing, another turnover. I mean, neither team have controlled the ball very well in terms of turnovers, and it looks like Humber's just going to dribble out the clock here, which is, you know, what you should do in that situation. In the end, 86-41, Humber coming away with the big blowout win. Just overall, a very, very disappointing game for Mohawk. I mean, showing the sportsmanship. Everybody clapping, shaking hands. They're doing, you know, what they should. Just overall, very, very hard a game for Mohawk. But, all right. Let's see some of the highlights from the game. Great pass there. Gets it in. A big 3. Part of that sequence where she hit, I believe, 3 threes in a row, if I'm remembering correctly. Another great pass. Another great shot. And just overall great game from Humber. I mean, they really deserved this win because they came out and played hard. We're going to go to an interview now with So we're actually not going to go to an interview because the entire Mohawk team left. So, unfortunately.
How's that?
Yeah, I've been Nick Henriquez for your OCAA Humber versus Mohawk game. Humber with a big win. We'll be back with your men's basketball game in a bit.